All right, g'day, hi, and welcome. Very interesting. First off, I'll show you. My candle made it to the bottom, so there's a hole in it. Let's see. Can't get it right. Hang on. There you go. I think I see it. Oh yeah. Okay, so I still got all that candle left. I'm gonna put it up with the other candle, and I'll melt that down after. I'll clean that out after, and I'll put another candle there. But here's the dilemmas. The dilemmas I have. I guess I better sit on this side because hang on. Wait for it. Oh, Jesus. I gotta get a proper camera stand. I do not have a proper camera stand. But what I do have is this. An original Coke. An original Labatt's 50. Check out the little stubby. Wow. If you were to drink these, you would die. So I'm not going to drink them. God knows how old the cap's rusted. I wonder how old this one. With the Coke bottle, it's hard to say because the Coke bottles, like a lot of times, they'll reissue them, and what have you? You know, like they look the same way they did since the 1930s. But that's what the top looks like. The bottom looks like. It's fresh. This though. Like, when did they stop making stubbies, guys? Like, we're talking many, many moons ago. Yeah. The Labatt 50 is really, really, really cool. And that would have probably been my uncle's, because I know they all drank the 50. They thought it was good beer for some reason. But I just wanted to show you guys this. It's kind of funny. Yeah. I don't think I'll be. If it was Pepsi, maybe I'd drink it, but you know, it'd probably still be good. But I can imagine. I don't know if I can see anything floating in here. Oh yeah, there's stuff floating in there. Not too bad though, considering how old it is. I just wonder. So anyway, yeah, I was clearing out my basement, and yeah, I'm starting in the basement. It's been a very, very, very productive day. It's only like 10 after 2, and I got the motorbike down here. I burnt a bunch of stuff. I picked up the brush cutter blade today, another brush cutter blade. I started cleaning the basement. The squirrel kept coming in the basement with his little acorn. I'm like, no, get out. And he coming right up to me. He's like, no, I'm staying. I'm like, no, you have to get out. So I had to lock the window down there to keep him out. Little bugger, he keeps coming in my house. It's like he doesn't live here. He lives in the tree. He has that whole tree to himself. He doesn't need my place. So anyway, so in other words, what I'm telling you is I have a pet squirrel that lives with me. I probably find a million ways in here. I'm sure it was probably. I started thinking about it. It was probably him that knocked the plants off the freaking shelf there. Uh, yeah, try keeping him out. I can imagine when I go up in the attic, it's going to be full of freaking acorn nuts up there like crazy. But yeah, so just kind of like getting stuff out of the basement and getting it all cleaned off. These I got to be very careful with because they're priceless antiques right now. This is vintage stuff, you know, like a vintage beer. You know, you like a no. This would be a classic beer. How does it go? Okay, no, classic is 25 years. Vintage is 50 years. So this might be vintage, and then antique is 75 years and older. So it's not antique. I know that because you know I was a kid when they were still making these. They were making these into like the 1980s or whatever. But the 1980s was a long time ago. So anyway, but I'll show you what I did on top of that. Exhibit. Turn this around. Let's go wide angle. Is I'm getting stuff out of the basement now. I know everything looks like a bit of a mess, but found some more jugs. I'm gonna clean all this stuff, clean all that, and well, yeah. Look, I got rid of. I left my brother's firefighter suit there for now, but and these onions, I'll plant them in the spring. But yeah, I got most. I still got to vacuum that out, but I swept the stairs, get some dog hair out of here so it doesn't smell as much. I got a piece of whatever back of a dresser backing or whatever out of here. I want to get all that cleaned out. I can't quite take out the tin yet because I got to make a big spot, to bring all that out. I don't want to be working on top of myself, but I started clearing the shelf. So yeah, he kept coming in my window there, and I'm sure gonna find like a slash of acorn nuts somewhere in here. But what is that? I found a robot arm. Don't know what he got to Mr. Robot. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so I got all in there. I found like 2 jugs. There was still from the flood, and that was like a couple of years ago. There was still water in them. There was like a mouse or something floating in one. It was pretty gross. But there's probably some treasures under there. I got some stuff off of here. Still more to do. Yeah, so as I clean up down here, sweeping out, like I'm going to get some dustbane for down here just for safety's sake. That, I got to check to see if that thing's still got oil in it, get it out of here. That's going to be a 2 or 3 man job. Probably a 2-man job to get it out of here. They're not that heavy, but they're heavy enough. Just because that stairs is, it's a pretty steep pitch. A pretty steep pitch, and it's, yeah, so, I mean, I don't care if I get that out of this year, next year, whatever. So, start taking down some cobwebs, all that stuff. Junction box, I can take that off the wall. I mean, nothing to it, so. That I'm going to use next year for something, just not sure what. Yeah, and then, yeah, so lots to do down here, too. Check it out. Like, I found a lot of rooms, but oh, wow, this is a good shovel. Oh, treasure. This is the treasure of the day. Found a couple of treasures today. I'll show you some of the other treasures back. I love finds like that, especially shovels. Then I could bring my dad's back. That's an old one. Yeah, that's an older one for sure. That was probably my grandfather's. Give it a good sharpening, clean up. Handle's still good and sturdy on it. So I'll be able to bring back my dad's. Yeah, I'll have to try it out first to make sure it's... I just found a shovel. Freaking awesome. So I brought all this out of the basement. God knows how bad that is. These, I got to find the lids for them. I will sterilize them. Yeah, I told you, buddy, you can't come in the house. No, you stay out. See? He runs in this door, goes down there, and then he tries to go out the window. And then he thinks he's smart or something. Yeah, you and your acorn. Yeah, well, you bury that acorn nut right there then. It's a good spot for it. Yeah, that's right. That he's been bugging me all day. He climbed up in there, so I got to seal that off on him. And that's the one that my brother was feeding there. I forget what he calls them there, but anyway. He's pretty friendly. Like he'll be like inches from you. Oh, I found a spigot for that gas can. So I got that. I got a bunch of gas cans. I got a couple of spare ones. So that's good. That's gooder. And brought this up. I haven't went through it yet, but I'm imagining there's some writing stuff in there. Let's see who wrote, my grandfather, my grandmother, or whoever wrote there. Found that. Found that. To see what that is. Oh yeah. This is gonna be A-Tracks. Old A-Tracks. I wonder whose they were. Probably aunts or uncles, whatever. All that stuff there I gotta chuck out. Yeah, so I'm finding all kinds of junk and cool stuff, and found an axe head today. Found a little bit of tools. Found this. Got 2 of these today. Got that one. And there's another one in there. There's a better one in there. So, yeah, I'll get that. And this tote here will be a good tool tote for, less important tools. Yeah, so I'm getting that all cleaned out, kind of really, still got to get the shop back down here big time. I haven't had a chance to really clean out that closet. I'm going to shop back that one. And I'm going to watch the squirrel. He'll follow me back in the house. And I know he's going to go after... If he goes after those, then it's war. He's in trouble if he does that. So things are getting stocked up. Got to revamp that. So again, the chaos of getting things set up, but yeah, there we go. So one candle down. Second day of October, so things are coming along. Got the motorbike out. Yeah, here we go. Or in.